Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck your socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass very faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. So my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck your socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass very faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. So my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
What's up, beautiful people? So, this is Assassin Radio Volume 3. So, now we are sitting and waiting to let the information that we've released about Quentin Tarantino and Dr. Susan Duve and my cousins, the Rothschilds and Windsors, just kind of let all the information just get out there. Now, I know people were shocked about what I said, about what I wanted to do to that wretched bitch, Queen Elizabeth. So I'm going to completely make this about my family, so you can understand exactly where I'm coming from. Because if you're not me and you just hear, oh, if I had a chance, I would just, stick my samurai sword up the bitch's cunt and split her in two. I guess that it would be kind of harsh if you're just hearing that about some bitch that you saw on TV all the time and you thought her family shit doesn't stink, but they're wretched. So let me explain to you exactly what these people have done to me and my life. Not only have they known about my royal lineage since the day of my birth, because I'm a breed love and a lovejoy, which is white European royalty that came off the boat with an apprenticeship. An apprenticeship is basically white slavery. Basically, hey, we took your throne, we killed your family, and you're what's left of them, and either you're in jail, stone broke, or being threatened to be killed. So you better take this apprenticeship and go build up the new world with these fucking slaves, or you're going to be worse off than them. That's an apprenticeship. So that's what my family basically took. And then when you get into the Ewings, they're basically pretty much the same story with the Dutch. They were royalty that lost their crown, again stolen, and they became housemaids and cleaners for other royalty, and then were offered not an apprenticeship, but basically better standings in the new world to become, owners of the slave trade. And the Ewings got so famous, they even made a show about my family called Dallas. When you see the intro to Dallas, you see South Fork. South Fork was a plantation But they don't tell you that. They just want you to think Gary and JR, oh, they're oil businessmen now. So what if they got like billions of dollars off the backs of slaves and raping and killing slaves? Now they're on TV and they're an oil family, and now you can watch JR and Bobby and all of the white Ewings with their shit kicker attitudes from Dallas get drawn into some numbskull bullshit to where everybody is wondering who shot JR. So that's for all of you people that, remember Dallas. That fucking racist bullshit. That's my Dutch family, the Ewings. So now I want you to understand that they will not ever recognize me and my lineage, but what they will do to keep me secret and to keep my bloodline that is sovereign Blackfoot Olmec secret, what they will do is they will spend millions and millions of dollars to have me trained as a child assassin, then take me into Project Montauk, have me jumping through time, doing whatever they need doing under mind control, and then being a super soldier to combat their fucking greys and shit that their ancestors made, which were the fucking Nazis. They'll have me do all this shit for them. And who's them? The NSA, the CIA, DARPA, Department of Communications. The Queen of England owns all of those organizations. The Rothschilds owns all of those organizations. MI5, MI666 also. They all belong to her. If you thought any of these establishments, just because they're based in America and then based throughout the world, were American, you are horribly mistaken. There are American companies that own stock in the CIA and the NSA and DARPA, but these are all British, Yiddish, Nazi fucking companies. They have been taking my people, my friends, my brothers and sisters from America and brainwashing us, running experiments on us, making us sick through microwave weaponry, watching us fucking die, and then having our family members put into fucking debt to pay for a funeral that they caused. And then at the same time, when we're born into slavery with the straw man bond. So they take that money secretly and start trading on the black stock market. And I say the black stock market is because this started with black people. Afro people. The Emancipation Proclamation wasn't the freedom of Afro people. It was the corporate enslavement. They used that whole movement of the Emancipation Proclamation to simply do this. Oh, we got a problem with the slaves. Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Masons, what we gonna do? Oh, I got some ideas. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay. The slaves are Oh, you know that a more productive slave is a slave that thinks it's free, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, but we need more power in the new world, really? How are we going to do that? Oh shit, we got some smart lawyers over here. We'll just use some complex words that are over these Negroes' heads and give them a piece of paper and say, yeah, nigga, you're free. Okay, and we'll call it the Emancipation Proclamation, and then we'll have Negroes throughout time and history playing Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream, talking about the Emancipation Proclamation, but it's bullshit. What I want you to understand, what's bullshit about the Emancipation Proclamation? Because to emancipate means to transfer ownership of to another establishment or organization. So what they did is they transferred ownership of the slaves back to itself. No. Check this out. You heard me. They transferred ownership of the slaves back to themselves. You want to know how they did it? This is how they did it. Hey, Mr. Lynch. Good job. Good job, Mr. KKK, of creating a method to keep these Negroes in line called lynching. How's the Albert Pike writing coming? Did he rewrite the Bible for the KKK? Right on, white power. Okay, we got something good for these Negroes. Check it out. It goes like this. So, we got this thing called the Emancipation Proclamation. We're going to actually start the war with the Boston Tea Party and dress up like Indians and throw a bunch of tea in the water of Boston and then get the people to riot and shit and just escalate it and then make it, like all about the slaves. So then, after this, we'll make them think that they're free now. Because a more productive slave is a slave that thinks he's free. So in actuality, we'll be reinstating Britain's control, the British control over the New World. Because we can't control them. We got niggas, we got Indians, we got Chinese. And then we got the English that are on modern day white slavery through, what that is, because we don't like to talk about that. We don't like to talk about apprenticeships. Shh. So we got them too, they acting up. So if they all get together, we're gonna be fucked up. So this is what we're gonna do. We get the lawyers, we get them together, and we get all the Freemason brothers together and rewrite the American Constitution, which ain't shit. It's all Freemasons. And then give them the whole Emancipation Proclamation, which in actuality, it served the lawyers and it was the birth of the corporation. Because it gave a group of men, which were satanic Freemasons, the same rights as a slave. Now let me explain this again. The Emancipation Proclamation in secret was an act that they said, yes, here you go, Negro. Here's your papers, you're free. But secretly, they passed an act saying, okay, a Negro, if you have 5% of Negro blood, you are less than human. This is in the American Constitution still to this day. So, to be equivalent to being human, I guess it takes a group of white Freemasons. So a group of white Freemasons, which is a corporation, have the same rights as a less than human slave. That's the Emancipation Proclamation. Uneducated motherfuckers. Now you understand where I'm coming from? So they've known about this. The Emancipation Proclamation was the birth of the corporation for them. And it was the birth of the next stage of corporate slavery. Oh, and it gets a lot better too. See, now you kind of understand how they transferred ownership of the slaves back to themselves. Because the actual owners of the slaves, they were mostly people under apprenticeships or Frenchmen or other Europeans, which they didn't really have control of. So what they actually did to reinstate control over all their people, which you know the French and the English have always been warring. So what they did is they said, okay, French, okay, other Englishmen, what we'll do is we'll give you $1 million in stock per each Negro. And they're like, really? $1 million? Yes, $1 million, because that's what we believe a lifetime of slave wages, your slave, is worth. So how about that, huh? That's fair, huh? And so the other guy's like, what's this stock? Well, it's basically creating money out of nothing. It's the Federal Reserve, our bank. So we'll give you another piece of paper that says, you know, you got $1 million in stock. And you give us your Negro slave, and we'll give him the Emancipation Proclamation birth certificate. But shh, he ain't really free, but he ain't gonna know that. We're not gonna tell him that. And you can't say anything about this $1 million. It's our secret. And everyone said, okay, yeah, oh, we're cool. This, in a nutshell, was what the Black reparations lawsuit would have exposed. There was no freedom in the Emancipation Proclamation. Every person born after the second stock market crash, which was caused by my wretched cousins, the Rothschilds, in the United States, which they forced a lien on the U.S. and said, "Oh, you're crashing. Your people are starving, and you ain't got no money." Okay, Rothschilds, well, what are you going to offer us? I want the Emancipation Proclamation instated on every person born in the United States, black, Chinese, white, everybody, not just the black people anymore. Okay. And that's what happened. Still to this day. So then, like me as a targeted individual, they've killed so many people in my family and then kill that person and then take the straw man bond money and just pocket it. Like it never existed. They've watched millions and millions of Americans just die off diseases that they've caused them through microwaves that are toxic because Russia banned them, through McDonald's food because Russia is suing McDonald's. McDonald's is being kicked out of how many countries? I mean, need I tell you how they market McDonald's to black people? And you can go in majority of minority neighborhoods and see McDonald's. These are Nazi corporations that have single-handedly poisoned us while they get us to serve them and then watch us die and then watch our family members not even be able to pay for the fucking funeral. But they just pocket, millions and billions of dollars after we die. And they just keep on trading, go buy a new house, go buy a new plane. All right, slaves. This is the Rothschilds and the Windsors and the elite. Point blank. So for all of you that think, me saying, challenging my family to a fucking duel because by their own Freemasonic laws, they have to acknowledge this or fucking advocate and leave every fucking thing that they own, every goddamn penny, and walk away from it and be broke. And probably somebody will kill them in the street. Especially after this. This is Assassin Radio. What do you think it's about? I'm going to kill these motherfuckers with the truth. So, anyway. And now you see where I'm coming from. So, I got a little story I want to tell you. I'm not going to really say if it's real or not. But I did want to remind you that I am a child assassin. And I did travel 2 off-worlds in Paris, which were alternate universes. So if you don't know what an alternate universe is where you have an alternate universe and say, Obama's the president in this universe. Say Evelyn Rothschild maybe is the president in another universe. Maybe the universe that I'm about to talk about. So just hypothetically speaking, I went to another universe, say maybe when I went to Paris. And it looked a lot like this one, but it just didn't have the same politicians and stuff in the same places. So when I went to this universe, I had like superpowers. I could dodge bullets. I could move like super fast. I mean, I could do some crazy, crazy shit. So basically, I had all these powers. So I went into Dolce. I shut that shit down. I went into all the underground bases and shut them down. I shut them down. I shut them down. I shut them down. So, the people that ran this universe still, again, were the Rothschilds and the Windsors. So everyone loved me in this universe. And so I captured all the Rothschilds and Windsors. And I gathered each and every one of them at the entrance gate to Buckingham Palace. And this was live on TV. All my family members. And so they were all tied with their legs and hands behind their back. It was a 3 tie around the neck, middle, and feet. And they were all like tied and chained to the ground, and they were all kneeling. So, and they were all in a perfect line. So guess what I did? The men, I just ran in a straight line and chopped all their heads off. And then ran back and then crushed all their skulls. And then the women, like Queen Elizabeth, literally, I stuck the sword into her private parts and just split him in two. So that was the public execution in this, per se, off-world. So maybe it happened, maybe it didn't happen. I don't know. I mean, did it happen, Rothschilds? Are you afraid of me now? I can tell you one thing. They all know what I'm capable of. So anyway, welcome to Assassin Radio, where we just don't bullshit around, because we ain't got time for that bullshit, because I want you to understand something. Everything that I'm saying about how I want to kill these motherfuckers, how I have maybe killed these motherfuckers like this 1,000 times in my head. These are the same wretched motherfuckers that rape kids. Rape kids. Even these killings were too nice for them. What do you do? What do you say to such a wretched, low-life form of fucking witches and warlocks that have sacrificed babies and children in wars that they start just to annihilate innocent people, to sacrifice them to their Lord Satan and Lucifer? Huh? Just to do it. Sign checks to put hits on people, to hire assassins and stupid fucking cartellers to gang stalk and try to kill people with their little fucking child assassins that they've trained that rape and kill kids. What do you say about the head of the organization that does this? So for all you people that are so, oh my God, oh that's so just, well, how would you feel if they took your kid and raped your kid and killed your kid? How would you feel if they did that to your brother, mother, sister, uncle, or cousin, huh? How would you feel? What would you say? You need to wake up, people. Because I'm talking about uncut, unfathomable fucking evil. I may be, you may think this is kind of a joke, but it ain't no joke. These people get off on killing children. They get off on fucking kids. They get off on brainwashing people to do this, to be as sick and psychopathic as them. What do you say to something like this? Cops that are so obsessed with shooting black men, going for their fucking wallet, that work for them. What do you say to motherfuckers like this that protect them? Now you see where I'm coming from. If you think that me saying I would love to stick my sword up the Queen of fucking England's cunt and split that bitch in two, from her pussy up to her fucking brain, that's being nice. Because she's not being put through the fucking torture that they put so many innocent women and children through. So many innocent lives have been shattered, and they sit back and laugh. So many innocent women and children's lives are ruined by CIA psychopathic mind control gang stalkers that get off on ruining people's lives and discrediting them and making them look crazy to protect their satanic Masonic order, because all they want to do is to fuck and kill women and kids. That's it. Rape little boys. That is it. So all you truthers out there, bullshit David Icke, that's so obsessed with calling the fucking queen a reptile. Hey, David Icke, you should really stop taking pictures of you giving all of these fucking people the Freemason handshake, you sellout fuck. Hey, Jesse Ventura. Mr. I was trained as a Navy SEAL. Did you forget to mention the facility that you were trained in is shaped like a swastika, you fucking Nazi killer? Did you forget to mention that, Mr. Ventura? Did you forget to mention your expose on Boulder, Colorado? I mean, it's like, have you seen that shit? Do you know how half-assed that is? And he forgot the most important part. That Boulder, Colorado, the Denver airport is in the shape of a swastika. Mr. Ventura. Half-ass, bitch-ass truther. Mr. Alex Jones. So, hey, I'm Alex Jones. You want to work for me? I'm really working for the CIA, and my brother is CIA and a Freemason. I have Freemasons and CIA in my family. So we can gather up all the truthers and basically do what the Zionist started RT does, and just give people a little bit of half-assed truth and tell them how we're killing them and get everybody scared and in an uproar and say the only thing you can do is buy my bullshit products, which are probably poison too. Alex Jones. Also, gee, how many people got destabilized or even killed after doing a show with Alex Jones? Okay, let's move on to the biggest truther in the world, Mr. Snowjob. I'm Snowjob. Hey, help me. I got some laptops. These laptops can't be accessed by DARPA or Echelon. No. I got special laptops. They know how to fight off DARPA's electricity and, DARPA's encoding that works on electricity. I got special laptops. I'm Snowden. I'm running from the CIA, NSA, and DARPA, and they can't find me. I'm going to go to Japan. They can't find me in Japan. Okay, I'm going to go to Russia, and I'm going to stay in Russia. Russia, please take me in. I'm Snowden. And the news, the NWO, New World Order news, the Freemason news, is reporting, come on, Russia, take Snowden in. Come on, take Snowden. Come on, Russia. This is what the Freemasons are actually, chanting. Take Snowden in. Come on, Russia. Take the bait. Take the bait. Come on, Russia. Take the bait. So, shit, Russia bit. Welcome home, Bolsheviks. Welcome back. Our guy Snow Job, you just took him in, suckers. We've got high-tech fucking DNA and recombinant DNA that you will never be able to trace in that motherfucker. When he stepped down into the Russian airport, he infected your whole fucking town. He infected Japan. It's a special Sith fucking biological weapon this motherfucker has on him. We've been waiting a long time to get him back up in the grill, Russia. And then, shit, yeah they did. This is too good. Y'all see this other Freemasons? Y'all see this shit? We got Putin in the bathtub with Snowden. Excuse me, jacuzzi. Is he infected? Yeah, we got control of him too. Snow Job. He's just gonna leak information that's been on the net and re-talk about DARPA and all the other CIA subsidiary companies, and then try to link them all together, and then just forget to say, the British owns all of them. But he's gonna say, they're American. Snow Job. And then we're going to continue to put him on Zionist-created Russian TV and pump his ass up so the Japanese will even start making dolls of Snow Job. Yeah. So, this is the truth movement, people. This is the shit that these witches and Freemasons have spent billions of dollars planning to get us to believe. And people are just like, yeah, he deserves the what is it? The Big Peace Award. They gave that shit to Obama. Nazis run that shit. They gave that shit to Hitler. And so now they're moving down the line to give it to Snow Job. So, Russia, I've been warning you. And the shit that really made me sick, that really pissed me off about Anna and that bullshit about Anna, Snowden, you want to date or whatever that shit was. What if that shit was made up in PR? And another thing, I'm going to say this straight up. Whoever is doing Anna's PR, y'all need to wake the fuck up, okay? Because trying to downplay Anna Chapman as not being an assassin and a Russian spy was the stupidest shit you could have ever done. Yeah, her PR, nah, she ain't a spy. Nah, she's not an assassin. No. Man, wake the fuck up. This is Assassin Radio. Okay, guys, let's be real. Let's be real. Men. Just men. What are you going to want at your side, huh? There's nothing wrong with the nice girl and the nice wife and, and just really nice and beautiful. I'm not kicking you down, ladies like that. Don't get me twisted. I love ladies like that. I protect ladies like that. Okay? But, on the other hand, the assassin lady. Well-trained, can take out a small army of men, can break your neck. If you fuck with her kids, that's just the last thing you'll ever do. If you fuck with her man, that's the last thing you'll ever do. Now, I'm not going to really get into the assassin's sex because we all know people that are trained in martial arts are like the best in bed. So then when it comes to just having all-time, just unimaginable badass fucking skills, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, really? Yeah, I could do a lot of things. And just have this woman, you know, completely learning and surprising you and doing all this crazy, just unfathomable shit. That's some dope ass shit. Right? Right. So, to Anna Chapman's PR, wake the fuck up. Russia's biggest franchise in film, and I say Russia's biggest, and it's more bigger than that bullshit Vampire's Diary. And we all know who started it with a big bang. Little Nikita. That shit was dope. I mean, and then when they made the series of Little Nikita, that shit was dope. And then you have like the Russian series, which is American series, but it's the Russian series called The Americans. It's all about assassins. That shit is pretty dope too. So then all of a sudden, like Anna Chapman's PR, after she gets caught for spying in America, they just try to downplay, you know, no, she's not a spy. No, she's not. Dude, please. I mean, really. We know what she is. Anna Chapman should pride herself on it. She should actually start talking about what the fuck she did and how many necks she had to break of these motherfuckers and just not use the names or whatever. I mean, do you know how a show like that would just like take off? The most famous comic book woman is who? I think she's Russian. Black Widow. So anyway, that's the Anna Chapman's PR people. Quit trying to fucking sugarcoat the shit and whitewash it. Wake the fuck up. Promote her for what she is. Let her do her thing. I'm sure her show is great. So give her another show, you know? Anyway. Welcome to Assassin Radio. Just keeping it real. See, none of these motherfuckers want to keep it real because they're all owned by these Freemason whitewash organizations that just try to downplay and keep women in a submissive place. I fucking hate that shit. And women, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, need I go back into Laurel Aston and them taking the fucking Bourne identity from her, and that's her life too. Don't worry, we coming after your ass. Because the guy that wrote that book and wrote those books, he's a shadow writer for the CIA. Right now, we're on Quentin Tarantino. We're after Mr. Tarantino. So, Mr. Tarantino, did you get my message over Facebook? I also sent it to you with an attachment with some other, orders. So, I mean, you can go to your lawyer and say, I'm an extortionist. It's not, I'm not. Because if I was, I'd be doing this in secret. And I'm not doing it in secret. I'm just telling the truth. So, learn and get hip to the game, motherfuckers. Peace.
Them shoes, fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My Lambo's blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America, but my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room, and if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America, but my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room, and if I see you in the street, I'm snapping.